Great thing that it is official. Ink to paper, baby. Ink to paper. Tres Leches is back in full effect. The blonde bomber, okay? The one who was willing to fight and throw the Hadoukens. Sophie Cunningham is officially back in the fold. And Kelsey Plum took a $400,000 pay cut. And that is raising many questions about Kelsey Mitchell.
Nobody thought a one-year contract would create this much noise around the Indiana Fever, but the second Sophie Cunningham put pen to paper, the energy around this team completely changed. Suddenly, fans were celebrating, jersey sales were exploding, and the Fever looked even more dangerous heading into a season that already had massive WNBA hype surrounding Caitlin Clark. Sophie Cunningham is officially back, and this move feels a lot bigger than just bringing back another role player.
Money she got. But there are players out there that have gotten a ridiculously insane amount of money. Max deals that are total head scratchers. Seriously. But here we are, first year of real money being tossed around, and this is what happened. Breaking. Alexa Philippou broke this. Sophie Cunningham has agreed to a one-year deal to return to the Indiana Fever, sources told ESPN. Cunningham joins guards Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hall in coming back to the Fever.
The money side of this story is what makes it even more fascinating. Around the WNBA, teams are throwing out massive contracts, handing out deals that leave fans wondering how some front offices are valuing players. That is why Sophie Cunningham returning on a one-year deal stands out so much. Indiana is clearly trying to stay flexible while still keeping together the chemistry that made this team one of the most talked about stories in the league.
Guess who's back? Sophie Cunningham just signed a deal, a one-year deal with the Indiana Fever. Good for her. I'm actually really happy she's back. She was just making me nervous yesterday with these goofy videos sending mixed signals. Like, yeah, what the hell's going on with Sophie Cunningham? She's going through something. They gave her a one-year deal, and I still think that video was about the Fever because she said, I'm going to bet on myself. So they gave her a one-year deal, not a multi-year deal.
Then the breaking news finally dropped from ESPN, confirming what Fever fans had been waiting to hear.
Are in for a doozy, courtesy of Alexa Philippou, ESPN breaking. Sophie Cunningham, let me move this right here. Boom. Sophie Cunningham has agreed to a one-year deal to return to the Indiana Fever, sources told ESPN. Cunningham joins guards Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hall in coming back to the Fever. Indiana has also added newcomers Monique Billings and Ty Harris so far this free agency, okay? So Tres Leches is back in full effect, baby. We back, baby. Let's go. Sophie Cunningham is officially back with the squad. This is something we all wanted and we all expect.
Just like that, Sophie Cunningham was back in Indiana on a one-year contract, and what should have been a routine free agency move instantly became one of the biggest talking points in the WNBA.
But beyond her game skills, it looks like she brings chemistry to the team. Welcome back, Shuda. Welcome back. Great news. Tres Leches is back together again. Yeah. Well, I did this last year when I was banging the drum for Sophie to be in the three-point contest and not Lexi. I went back and looked at the stats, and there was about a 25-game period where Sophie was the best three-point shooter on the Indiana Fever. She was the one knocking down shots and had a higher shooting percentage from three-point range. So, never mind the enforcer, never mind the toughness, all this other thing. She can knock down a shot.
A lot of fans were nervous because Sophie had been posting videos that felt like mixed signals, almost like she was preparing for a move somewhere else. That is why this signing hit differently. It was not just relief. It felt like confirmation that Indiana still believes this group can become something special.
Right. So fall back, haters. Anyway, Sophie Cunningham is back, and I'm happy she's back. She got that fire, and I like that she brought that spirit to the team. that was missing from years before. And Sophie Cunningham is actually a decent basketball player. I don't know why people hate on her and say, oh, shit, look at her stats. No, she's actually a solid basketball player. She's what you need, what you want from the bench. She brings the energy, she's consistent, and she hit some clutch shots, especially in that Commissioner's Cup. She hit a nice three to extend the lead, and I'm like, this girl is really, really good.
And once ESPN reported the details, the entire conversation around the Fever shifted into overdrive. The core group is officially back together, and for Fever fans, that matters more than people realize because this roster is starting to develop a real identity. Her value goes far beyond shooting numbers or stat lines. Sophie Cunningham brings attitude, toughness, swagger, and an edge that this team desperately needed.
Come on, did y'all think she was going to listen? We are the #1 team for the championship right now. Did y'all think any of the players from last year was gonna go anywhere? Where better do you go? You come play for Indiana, you automatically gonna have more fans, more people care about you. You're gonna be seen. You playing next to the greatest thing that ever happened to the WNBA and Caitlin Clark. Like it's unmatched. Also, this is another thing I told everybody, even when I went live yesterday, don't worry. Sophie will be back. Now, she did sign a 1 year, and I understand why. We ain't got to get into that.
Sophie Cunningham is the kind of player every contender needs. She brings emotion, energy, toughness, and the willingness to do the dirty work that does not always show up in the box score. Did anyone really believe Sophie Cunningham was going to walk away from one of the fastest rising teams in the WNBA? Indiana is becoming one of the biggest brands in basketball because of Caitlin Clark, and every player on this roster knows it. Playing in Indiana means more national attention, more big game opportunities, and more visibility than almost anywhere else in the league.
So, Cunningham is back. We have the team that everybody wanted. Basically, the Fever brought back last year's team, minus like Howard, which I wish we had, and I'll take Ari, and added Caitlin to the mix. So I think there's going to be a lot of criticism. I think it might take take a little bit to get that crew dialed in with adding Caitlin to it, but I think we have a great shot. I think we can go far. Everyone stays healthy.
Now the Fever have almost everything fans wanted. Sophie Cunningham is back, the chemistry remains intact, and Indiana has managed to keep together a roster that already showed flashes of becoming a serious contender.
Finally reached a deal with Sophie Cunningham for a 1-year contract to bring the team together that was on a run last year until everybody got hurt. Now, Sophie claimed fame last year after she tackled down J.C. Sheldon in a game that saw Sheldon and Mabry knock down Caitlin Clark. And Sophie stepped in and said, you know what, I'm not taking it. And she took after J.C. Sheldon.
Sophie Cunningham became a fan favorite last season because she was not afraid to defend her teammates. When tensions exploded on the floor and Caitlin Clark took hard contact, Sophie immediately stepped in. Moments like that matter in a locker room because they show who is willing to fight for the team when emotions are high.
I was hoping that she could possibly go for a 2-year deal. I wonder how much money this 1-year deal is going to be. As I've been seeing, the 1-year deals are a little bit more expensive than the 2-year deals. So what is Sophie being signed for? That's my biggest question, but it is beautiful work to have her back. We know what she was doing last year with the 3-and-D, right? The spark of the team. When the team was stagnant, she come out, talk some trash, get a turnover, run it coast to coast, right? And she turned into one of the Splash Sisters. That girl was shooting the Wilson off the ball, huh?
A lot of people expected Sophie Cunningham to push for a longer contract, especially with the way teams around the WNBA have been spending money this offseason. That is why the 1-year deal is so interesting. It gives her a chance to bet on herself, build even more value, and possibly cash in later if this Fever team takes the next step.
Basically the same crew coming back. I think we can do it, just adding Caitlin. So I'm stoked. Everybody's stoked. I know that they wanted Cunningham, and we got her. So, I mean, there's some super teams being created out there. Atlanta's looking rough. But, yeah.
What makes this contract even more interesting is that Sophie previously talked about wanting stability and wanting a place that truly felt like home. That is why a one-year deal feels surprising. It suggests she believes this season could raise her value dramatically if she performs well next to Caitlin Clark and the Fever make a deep run.
Indiana on a one-year deal. That part of it is sort of interesting just because she had said on her podcast previously, I forget the exact wording, but basically the idea was that she wanted to be able to like settle down somewhere and feel cozy and wanted a big contract in that sense. So, a big contract I'm sure applies monetarily, but also maybe annually as far as the years that are on it. But this is not that. So perhaps Sophie sacrificing that sort of security in order to run it back with the Fever. Of course, it was.
What makes this contract even more interesting is that Sophie previously talked about wanting stability and wanting a place that truly felt like home. That is why a one-year deal feels surprising. It suggests she believes this season could raise her value dramatically if she performs well next to Caitlin Clark and the Fever make a deep run.
Was doing right before she got injured and put out for the season. She was really balling, man. That lady was hooping. All right, regardless of how anybody might feel about her, that girl was hooping. And she was coming through in a major way for the Indiana Fever. So shout out to Sophie Cunningham signing back to the Indiana Fever. I absolutely love it, man. I love it. I think that is a huge addition to the Indiana Fever. She knows the running gun. She plays just like how Caitlin wants to play. She loves Caitlin. So, yeah, man, I think this works out fantastically. All right, this is it. This is good. Now,
bringing Sophie Cunningham back is a major win for Indiana because she already proved she fits the way this team wants to play. She runs the floor, spaces the court, brings toughness, and feeds off the fast-paced style that Caitlin Clark thrives in. More importantly, she helps keep the identity of this team intact, and that is a huge reason why